I'm 26 years old. I came from Turtle Mountains of Canada. I'm here to be a messenger for First Nation people across Canada. I am a mother of 3 sons also. I speak for all First Nations out there. Our children are not being considered children well in care. Our children are being known as just a piece of paper, a record documented which is being left to sit and not looked at. Another piece of paper being money which is being moved around. The system has taken so many of our First Nations children by putting them on the streets to where they're walking the streets, to where they're hustling in the streets, to where they're dying within the streets, to where they're putting them into institutions such as treatment centers, youth centers, penitentiaries, boys' homes, girls' homes, shelters, mental institutions. How are we supposed to heal when all is taken from us? Parents are being told to take programs, but when done programs, told to take more and more programs. Past generation is the children who were adopted in the 1960s, known as the 60s Scoop, where the children were adopted across the world and had their names changed more than once. The agencies make it harder to reunite the original families. Children are most often being put into permanent care. Children are in care and being murdered in the foster homes. Children are committing suicide at a young age while in care. Babies are being removed right out of the hospitals after being born. Children are being abused in foster homes physically, sexually, and mentally. There are parents who have not even gotten any visits from their children. The agencies need to work with us, not against us. The agencies are most often treating the people wrong. Child welfare has more power than any agency than ever. They have more power than the police even. Parents are not getting their calls answered and their calls ain't being returned. Our children are still being put into hotels across Canada while in care. Our children are being given medications such as Ritalin. Our children are losing their culture still today while in care. Our parents are losing hope, and some have lost hope already. But not no more. It's time for our people to heal. Time for our sharing circles to come back. This is where our healing begins. These are our nations. This is our nation. These are our children from the past, present, and future I speak of. They belong home within our communities also. They are also our future. If they don't have our love, respect, loyalty, kindness, caring, humility, and honesty, how will our traditions be passed down to our 8th generation, for I am 7th generation? Our First Nations children need to be taken out of the court systems when it comes to child welfare. It's time to bring our children home, and it's time to bring our children home to our First Nations only known as a family. And it is time to bring our children home to what our First Nations only know as family. The Child and Family Service Act is not working for our First Nations. We need to replace it with our cultural teachings. I want that removed.
Thank you, Tamara.
On this paper, and if I can hold it for a second, because the words that you have in this paper are actually words that are not only obviously heartfelt by you, but I think it's important that this is almost, if you will, a document, a treaty of sorts that you want to be acknowledged. That, like in the past, that there were treaties between the First Nations and government, that what you've actually done here today is to put down a treaty that you want to see be assigned to reestablish First Nations culture and respect. And I think what you should do with this document is to keep it to yourself always, but also to share with others, and to ensure that that's something that you stick with. I'm sure you will. You have walked, so far and traveled not only the distance with your feet, but I'm sure with the emotions and your mind which is another journey that you've come through and heard from all people, I'm sure, who have had similar experiences and insights. So you're a vessel of inspiration, but you said humility. And I think it is up to us as representatives of the people of this place to be humble. We are on First Nations territory. We're on Algonquin land that's never ceded. Just over from here is Victoria Island, as it's called now. But we're looking to have an Aboriginal centre there to have the respect and honor, not just to have Aboriginal culture in museums of some past gone culture, but actually have it living. Your being present today shows the heartbeat of Aboriginal people and voice, but most importantly, that you are asking for people to do something. The concerns you have about Aboriginal health, mental health, spiritual health, the fact that there are proportionally more suicides amongst First Nations than others needs to be known, but also known it's not an Aboriginal problem, it is all of our problems and concerns and challenges. And your eloquence in this has been heard, at least from me. I will certainly share it with my colleagues and hope that your voice will get out to others. Clearly, I can tell by your determination to walk this far and take this long journey that you will continue. We all hope that you continue. And to thank you for these words, which I can obviously give back to you, but to hold them to ensure that you keep that voice strong and that you have many allies and supporters, but obviously you want to see action. And there's been enough. We had reconciliation here at the beginning of an apology, but an apology, as we all know, the first step. We need action, and action without an apology without action is hollow. And I appreciate your advice and the fact that you're speaking to so many people. And I will hope that your voice is heard and will do everything you can to amplify the voice. So on behalf of the people that I represent in this riding and the MVP and the party I work with, I want to thank you. And I will be obviously sharing it with my colleagues, as I said, and I hope that we can see something done, and that your hope will be actually realized.